seen me here before with my co-host Suzanne Sheldon, but today Suzanne is not here, or I should say tonight on this spooky night. So yes, you are at the right channel, Salt and Sass, but I am not running the stream tonight. I am handing it over to two spooktacular people to do the stream. We're doing something different, so I'm going to hand it over to Ace and Nicole.
Welcome everybody. I'm Nicole. I write for the Daily Worker Placement, and I did host a podcast called Great Way Games for a while. Tonight, I am just here with a bunch of lovely humans that me and Ace coerced into playing this spooky game. We're going to be playing Weird Stories, which is a cooperative storytelling game that is in development from Gilhova right now. We are playing the playtest PNP. I will put the link in the chat at some point for you to check it out if you're interested in playtesting and sending your feedback along to Gil. So like I said, my name is Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm going to hand over to Ace now to introduce.
Hello, I'm Ace. Pronouns are he, him, and I like to play a lot of games. That's me.
All right, who's next?
Danny's next.
Anybody.
Danny.
Hey y'all, I'm Danny. I'm Isaac's twin tonight. We're Lumberjack Bros. You can find me on Twitter at Danny Plays Games, and I also am part of a queer board game and pop culture podcast called Variable Player Power. So, Popcorn Isaac, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'm Isaac Vega. I'm a designer of multiple games, most known for Dead of Winter and Ashes. And my most recent release, Forgotten Waters, came out earlier this year. And yeah, I'm still designing, still doing stuff, and I'm excited to be spooky this evening.
I'll go last.
Oh, okay. I guess I have to go then.
Try to be polite, as you know. Let everyone go first.
I'm Marguerite. My pronouns are they, she, and I know a lot about board games. I'll go with the Ace model here.
That's awesome.
You can find me on the Twitch at Maggie Dearest. It's the same as my name.
Awesome, so easy to find. So, and as I said before, I'm Mandy Hutchinson. I use the pronouns she, her, and well, you can all see me here doing board games, video games, and I have a podcast with my co-host Suzanne Sheldon. I'm on the Dice Tower podcast, and we also do an Aptastic show on the Dice Tower. So there's lots going on. So I think I've talked enough. I'll hand it over to the hosts.
Awesome. So before we dive into the game proper, we are going to do, we're not going to do check-in cards, but we are going to do a check-in. So Gil developed a small deck of cards for folks to check in with each other before they sit down to play Weird Stories or any RPG, really. And the idea is to get a read on the mood that people are in, the intensity of the game that they want to play, and how much energy they have right now. So the cards, I think if you Google check-in cards and Gilhova, you probably find them. The art is adorable. The art's done by the person who does the art for Semi Co-op, the webcomic. Adorable ferrets and chickens. So essentially, there's a set of cards. One half of a card is your intensity, and the other half of the card is energy. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably just go around everybody, and we'll have people share if they are feeling on a scale of 1 to 4 the intensity of a game, 1 being not intense, 4 being very, and then just share where your energy's at, whether it's low, in the middle somewhere, or high. Right now, I think I'm medium high energy, and I'm good for a 3 in intensity.
I am exactly the same place. I'm feeling excited, and I want to get spoopy weird with this. So I'm good with medium high energy and a 3 on intensity.
Okay.
My energy is pretty high. I would say at 4. I'm drinking Trulies and I'm hanging out with friends. So we're there. As for intensity, I'm open. It's the spoopy season, so super high intensity if you guys want to get super weird.
I'm at a 3 as well. You know, I'm very happy to be with all of you this evening, and I'm excited to see what we put together.
I'm like intensity. We can go like 4, 5.5. I don't know. Let's just get weird.
Up to 11. Oh yeah.
My energy level is like a 2 right now, but as we get into the story, it will definitely climb. That's just how I am.
Amazing.
So I'm probably like a 3, but my mind can be changed. I feel like that might progress into something else later. I'm kind of chill now, but look at me. I'm wearing cat ears and like costumey things, so I'm okay if this gets a little scary and weird and whatnot.
Love it. There are also cards in the game that will let us kind of say, yeah, we're really great with this, or I'm a little bit uncomfortable with where we're going. We're also going to lay out our lines and veils before we start setting up the game. So I think that's a good spot to hand over to Ace to give a bit of an overview of what we're going to do, and then we can dive into the spinning of the story.
Okay. Do you want me to pop onto
right.
that big screen?
Yeah, go ahead and
Okay,
share this my main screen here.
Sure.
So I'm going to read the overview before we go into the setting up. Weird Stories will run its course over 3 acts. Each act is designed to escalate tension and create interactions between the characters and the mystery they are dealing with. At the start of the game, you'll come up with the weird, something that is mysterious that presents an object, person, or location, and through which all the game's weirdness will pour through. Players will also make human characters who will encounter and deal with the weird. Each player will control their character for the entire game. You'll also take turns controlling the weird. There are no winners or losers in this game. The goal is to tell an amazing story. So we have here, which normally would be like 3x5 cards, but we've got some lines and veils. We set it up ahead of time. Lines and veils are things we don't want to do or talk about, and things that we may be uncomfortable with depending on how they're addressed. So the lines that we have set up ahead of time are no sexual assault / rape in the story, no animal cruelty or abuse, no suicide, no racism, no bigotry, and no domestic violence. So we can get real weird with things. These things are off limits. Some of the veils we have are pandemic discussion, random violence against women / trans people, body mutilation, and drug use. So we want to try to steer clear of those. But we can, like Nicole said, we have cards that we can put out if anyone's feeling uncomfortable. Which
Always
we'll
have the
explain.
X card, yeah.
Yeah, we'll explain those when we get there. So the first thing we want to do collectively is where we need to set up the setting and the weird and any kind of story elements. So before we go to the weird, what setting do we want to have? Anyone can kind of want to tell a haunted house story? What are you guys feeling like?
So I thought something interesting and spooky might be a cruise ship at sea.
Mhm.
Oh, ghost ship, ghost ship, ghost ship.
I like it.
I think we have our setting.
Do we want it to be modern day? Do we want it to be an older, like
80s,
Titanic era?
1980s.
Oh my gosh,
1980s?
yes. 80s is like my
Okay.
favorite era ever. Yes.
Yes.
1980s ghost ship. Amazing.
I would have made bigger bags had I known this was going to be a thing.
Go ahead and fill those in, Nicole.
Okay.
The next thing we're going to talk about are story elements. Is there anything anyone would like to see in this story? This is not specifically the weird. This could be anything. I personally would like to see some like pianos going on, like a jazz piano.
Pianos.
I would
A
like
jazz
water
piano.
aerobics.
Oh, aqua aerobics. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mhm.
I would like some sort of romance. I don't know where that romance comes from. It could be a pre-existing or, something going forward. But some sort of
Okay.
romance.
No, I get that. I see a kind of 1980s rom zom maybe maybe it doesn't have to be zombies, obviously.
We don't
but-
have these don't have to be in there. They're just things that we kind of keep in mind
Yeah.
if we can weave them into the story.
Yeah. So I think like story elements are fairly general. You know, I want it to have a feel like this, or I'd like to see ghosts, or I want to see like, you know, Lovecraftian sea monsters or something like that. So it could be very broad, and it doesn't have to be related to the weird. So we've got a piano, romance, aquarobics. What a mix.
Oh, and the Black Box Theater from the
Oh.
chat.
Box theater.
So if we wanted like supernatural elements, like would this be the place to put that, or is
Yes.
that something? Okay, I like supernatural things.
Supernatural things. Excellent.
I kept it very open.
Okay,
Oh,
so
sorry,
Gil's
what
in
was
the
that?
chat.
Type it in. What was that? Supernatural.
Supernatural. Gil's in the chat. I just want to clarify, Gil. You're saying that you did a game of this on a cruise ship once. Do you mean it was set on a cruise ship, or did you play it literally on a cruise ship? Because I need to know that now.
Ruh-roh.
Set on a cruise ship. Okay.
All right, I'm adding in Black Box Theater. I don't know what that is. So if
No,
one of-
me either.
It's like a
No, yeah.
very, it's like a stripped away, like, have you ever been to a theater that's like just a backdrop and like some guys in black?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like a very, very basic theater.
Oh,
Perfect.
Like stage theater. I see. Okay.
Like where on a Tuesday night you go see like the college improv team.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. I love all of these things. This
Yeah,
is
that's
brilliant.
good.
Supernatural vibes. Love it.
Yay. Small
Okay.
little theater. Okay.
So this is where we now discuss the weird. The weird is going to be either a person, an object, or a location. We all can come up with ideas. We're gonna try to agree on one thing. We're gonna make it, and then we're gonna answer what does it look like. This can be very broad because it's going to probably be defined more and develop as the story develops. But kind of, what are we thinking here?
Oh no, we lost someone.
Oh, we lost somebody. I think Marguerite. We've lost. Okay, well that's a good. Oh, and
Oh, there they are.
They're back. As for the weird, maybe when you said grand piano, maybe something music related. I don't know how we can.
Just like
Craft
the
that.
ballroom.
Yeah, the ballroom, or just like maybe I don't know, classical
kinda-
music as the weird, or
A ghost orchestra.
Like
yeah, something-
classical music as the weird.
Mm,
I love that.
mhm.
The music
Oh.
specifically.
The music or the orchestra, or just like the combination of instruments, or
Mhm.
What's like a famous celebrity in the 80s?
Hasselhoff.
I can do it.
Hey.
Ghost.
It's good. It's good.
Kevin Bacon. No.
Molly
Mhm.
Ringwald.
Oh my gosh, I've been watching so many Molly Ringwald movies. So good.
What if we did? What
The
if we did
Coreys.
something
The
like-
weird could just be both of the Coreys.
What if we did something like the activities director, right? Because they're going to be there for the Black Box Theater. They're going to be introducing the orchestra.
Yeah.
like
And it doesn't have to be an orchestra. It could be like the jazz club or the nightclub or something
Dirty
like that on the
Dancing
ship.
coordinator type person. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So do we
Okay.
want it to be the room or a person in the room?
I think it should be the person. I think
Okay.
it should be the activities coordinator, because then they have like they touch a lot of things on the ship, and it can be a little bit more flexible.
Mhm.
I like that. Does that work for everyone else?
Yeah.
works for
Okay.
me.
And what do they look like? I mean, they could look like Patrick Swayze.
They look just like Patrick Swayze.
There we go.
Love it. Love
Dirty
it.
Dancing era Patrick Swayze. Boom.
What was-
Done.
What was his name in that movie?
Oh,
I have.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny. Yeah.
We can definitely make a
Do
Johnny
Johnny.
character.
Okay. So we've got Patrick. Oh, sorry. Dirty Dancing era. Patrick Swayze.
Perfect.
Amazing. Should the activities director be called Johnny just because?
I think so yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes.
I love it.
So good.
Alright.
Okay, so now we're each gonna make a character that's going to be in this story. We're gonna have control over our character. We have control over what happens to our character. So people can make suggestions during the game, but we have agency over our character.
Okay.
Each of us, we have the responsibility for our character because we are not actually playing our character, although we do embody them. We are just trying to have them go on a cool journey, right? So first thing we're going to do is come up with a name and a pronoun each. So we're going to do this kind of individually. You want to have a name and a pronoun, what your role is on this ship, and why you're doing it. And then we'll all introduce our characters, and then we'll go from there because we're each going to make a connection with another player and have a need from them. But everyone come up with a character, name, and pronoun.
Okay, gotta swing this over here. Boop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I miss Ali Sheedy.
Yes. Oh, okay. I gotta think about this one.
Well, I have to wait till other people make characters so that I can
Yeah.
make one that I'm connected to, right?
Yeah, so after we do the intros, we'll decide who we're connected to.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do. Oh.
So I made mine Cindy. She's a
Oops,
social climber.
I started filling mine out in Mandy. Sorry,
Oh.
Jeez.
I fixed it.
And the what do I do? It doesn't have to be an occupation. It just can be like generally the role they're known as
Right.
Yeah.
in their lives. Okay.
Sorry, my keyboard is very clickety clack.
I love it.
Sorry. It looks
Mandy,
really
that's-
pretty, but it's super noisy.
That's my ASMR. I could listen to you.
I
type.
love it. I love a mechanical keyboard. So
Oh,
good.
I didn't know it was so loud, so thank goodness I don't have my nails anymore. Otherwise, it would have been so annoying. Oh, gravy. Oh, what's happening here? What am I doing? Oh, I guess we don't know that yet. Okay. I think that's good.
What do I do? I don't know how to spell hijinks, but we're gonna go with it.
Oh, hi, Sonia.
Sonia Lang in the chat?
Yeah.
Nice, Sonia!
Okay, so we'll just go in a circle on this one, starting with Nicole.
Yes. Hello. It's me, Sarah. She, her. I'm a divorced homemaker, mom to a high schooler. Why do I do it? I'm divorced because I got married young to my high school sweetheart, but it went pretty wrong. So there we go.
And then Marguerite.
So my character is Cindy, she, her, and she is a social climber socialite because she has some daddy issues. And
I love it. I love it. Mandy, go ahead. Introduce your character.
Yeah, so my character's name is Tika. What do I do? I'm a ghost chaser. I just like weird things. I like, just doing
Amazing.
things that are creepy, scary, trouble-making sort of things. Why do I do it? I'm a rebel without a clue or a cause. I like reckless behavior. just because.
Wow, I love it.
So good.
My character's name's Sam. He, him. What do? I do 17-year-old teenage hijinks thing.
Nice.
Why do I do it? My parents brought me here against my will, and I do not want to be here. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Isaac.
I am Lupe Mendoza. I am a grandmother. All right.
Oh, that's
And I
cute.
came here to hang out with my grandkids.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh God. Oh, I
so
love these.
pure,
that's
so
adorbs.
pure. Oh my goodness.
So good.
And then Danny.
Oh, Isaac, that was so wholesome. My player's name is Izzy. They, them pronouns, or any, all really. And what do? I party hard. Why do I do it? I'm still in the closet. And I just kind of want to experiment on this '80s cruise.
I,
Oh my god.
Danny, how old are you thinking Izzy is?
Izzy's probably like just turned 21.
I
has been-
definitely. Okay.
Has been drinking since they were like 16, and they say "right on" a lot and do this motion.
Oh, I feel some connections happening here potentially.
Amazing. Amazing.
Okay,
Okay.
so is anyone feeling like any connections? I see Marguerite started writing one. Does anyone have any
I
ideas?
have one.
Oh, I think
Okay.
I have one now that I heard Izzy over there.
Mm.
Go ahead, Isaac.
So I'm connected to you, Ace, Sam.
Are you gonna be my grandma?
Yep, I'm gonna be your grandma.
I love it.
Your parents also brought me.
I
And
love
I just want,
Family vacation.
what I want from you is for you to be a better person.
I absolutely love
I'm gonna
this.
be giving you a whole bunch of advice.
So are we thinking Sarah is the parent here, or just completely unrelated?
I think I've come on this cruise on my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then why don't I switch this over from parents to my grandparents? You brought
sure.
There you go.
Yeah. I
because it
think
seems like a grandparent thing to do is to go on cruises, right?
yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Cindy. Just because like I find her to be so cool, and she is going to teach me just how to like find myself
How to
and
live.
be a modern woman. You
Get your
know?
groove back.
Yes, get my groove back, eat, pray, love, all of that. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh, I love this.
Okay. This is very 80s, y'all.
This is
Okay,
awesome.
so I think my connection is going to be to Izzy. I think that I want to get up in this party action, but I'm probably a little too young. But I
Hijinks.
definitely want. This Izzy represents like the hijinks that I want to see in my life.
Is it okay
mean-
if we make Sam 18?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually really smart.
Sweet. Okay. All right.
So everyone can have we can have multiple connections. Like, so obviously we have a lot of people connected to Izzy here. That's completely fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We all have
and-
different wants from them.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if there's a reciprocation. It just is a way to start connecting people through the
Right.
story, whether it's just to one other person or yeah. So yay. So y'all out there can see our characters and who we've come up with. You can see the background and the setting. For the rest of the stream, we're going to have the Weird Stories cards themselves up rather than the characters and whatnot. Characters are more just going to be for our reference going forward. The cards will be the driver of us playing. So
Okay, so let me switch over to the actual the board, the table,
Okay, so let me close that.
as it were.
All right.
All right, so for those of you watching at home, this is a 5-player game. We're playing at 6 players. It's against the rules, so things may break a little bit. We're just gonna have fun with it. So whatever. It's a weird story. We do what we want.
Yeah.
So the way the game works is again 3 scenes. We are going to pull 4 of these out, and I think because we have an extra player, we'll just pull 5 out.
Okay. Let's move these over a little.
Just for fun.
Gives us a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah. So let me flip these cards over. This one. Okay, so we're gonna take turns playing the weird. That person's gonna be in control of the weird. They're also gonna set the scenes. They're gonna say who they want in the scenes, and then all those characters can then obviously play those. Any extra or secondary characters that we create can be played by anybody, including whoever's the weird. And ideally what we want to do is each scene we want to answer one of these questions each scene. We might not get to answer one in a scene depending on how it rolls out, but this is kind of what we're going for in a scene. We can set a scene trying to answer, for instance, this Act 1 says, why is today important to the characters? But in the scene, we actually answer, how did the characters discover the weird? And it's totally fine. We can just flip whichever one we think fits. And then once we have 3 scene cards that have been fulfilled, we'll make that 4. That way we extend the players. We'll go to the intermission and we'll answer some questions about Act 1. And then we'll do Act 2. We'll refresh those scene cards from Act 2, which get a little bit weirder. And then we do the same thing with Act 3. Things get a little bit more weird. And then we have like what we call the denouncement. We kind of, how did the weird end up? How did the characters end up? Kind of like that final scene in the movie after the climax. If you're feeling a little stuck, or if you just want to, you can each draw 2 of these prompt cards. And they can just give you ideas for how to set the scene. Just kind of make things weird.
They're very helpful. Don't be afraid to use them.
Yeah.
Where are they?
They're the decks next to Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. So you can just like click and drag into your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to see them. And they'll give you a little bit of inspiration. We all have these 4 cards: close, edit, go, and stop.
I think this is right here.
Yeah, stop is your standard X card that you see in a lot of RPGs. That just feel free to play that if you don't feel comfortable with where the scene is going, whether you are in it or not.
Correct.
That's fine.
Whoops.
Go means, heck yeah, this is great, this is weird, this is spooky, let's make it happen.
If anyone puts a stop card out there, it doesn't matter. We don't ask questions. We just stop what we're doing and change. We just
Yeah,
no need to
questions
explain
asked.
yourself at all.
You can suggest a change in the scene if you think of something that would be great, again, whether you're in the scene or not. And the close. Generally, I've seen mostly people in the scene play that. And once the scene is closed, we'll take a look at the act cards and see what may or may not have been fulfilled.
When the edit card comes out, we just set it there, and then it's up to the weird to agree to the weird suggestion, and it's up to whoever's character to agree to those suggestions as well. So Mandy here, we're kind of sharing a hand. So if you need to, use any of these cards, just go ahead and pull them,
Sure.
and the rest of you pull them out of your hand, just put them on the table, and we'll address them. The rules state when you feel stuck, go ahead and just draw 2 prompts. I usually like to just draw 2 prompts ahead of time. That way I can be thinking of a scene before I'm called on, but you don't have to. And then if you don't see one that you want to use, you can go ahead and put it back in the deck.
And we also have this establishing scene that we're going to do before we kick off Act 1.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to agree with Gil in the chat that we should stick to 3 prompts because we are more players. You're going to add probably an hour by adding another card.
Oh, that's true.
6 to 3 done. Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to make everybody too sleepy. I'm out here in Seattle at 6 o'clock. Everything's cool, but
Yeah,
you know.
we can, once we have 3 of the Act 1 cards flipped, then we can move on.
Unless it feels like we got there in like 4 seconds, there's no real reason not to just kind of play it by ear. I
like it. Sounds good. Thanks, Gil. Sorry we're breaking it. Love you. So yeah, establishing scene.
So with that, we discussed. We kind of already went into that. How do the characters know each other? What do they want from each other? Do we want to start where like we're getting on the ship?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
good.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I just am I'm checking in behind Cindy and just like feel like maybe she's a celebrity, but I don't know if she is. I'm just enamored.
I
Right.
am desperately trying to get the right Instagram selfie to go off, so I'm in line, like literally just hand, phone, and face, trying to get the right dang selfie.
Hang on, 1980s.
Oh,
Oh,
criminy.
true. Yeah.
Polaroid
Never
baby.
mind.
Polaroid.
I'm using my hair.
Shake, shake, shake.
It's a very disposable camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Polaroids.
All right.
Now I'm teasing my hair and adjusting my sunglasses.
Love
there.
it. Love it.
Amazing, amazing.
Izzy's literally just looking around, trying to make eye contact with anybody that will look at them, and it's just like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to, just sipping on something that looks like a styrofoam cup, but people know what's going on.
I'm dragging Sam onto the ship.
I love it. Yeah, I don't think
Not
I
like
recognize
that.
Izzy yet. I don't see Izzy yet. I think I hate everything about
I
it.
give a knowing nod.
My mom just
Just an
had
impudent child.
my parents sent me here. I have zero interest in this cruise ship. They're for old people.
Tika's juggling all the equipment. I got some like crazy equipment to find all of these supernatural entities. I'm kind of rolling my eyes at the same time, like, oh, here we go. Look at all the people coming on this ship. This'll be a doozy. So, yeah, waiting to see what trouble I can cause, but fun things that I can find and who I can get to join with me. So I see Izzy and say, maybe this could be a thing. We'll see.
So when Tika was just kind of struggling and kind of glancing up, Izzy makes eye contact with her briefly, and like all Izzy has for this cruise is literally just a backpack. That's the way Izzy rolls. And Power walks over to Tika and is like, "Hey, my name's Izzy. Do you need any help?"
Yeah, and I'm let's just hold on here, okay? We don't even. What's your name? Come on.
I'm Izzy. Right on. Yeah.
Okay, Izzy. Do you like scary things, Izzy?
By scary, do you mean like scary fun? And he just keeps going like this in front of your face.
Okay. Tika gently pushes the hand away. Stop doing that, please. That's just stop, okay?
Oh, so
no.
baby.
I think I'm gonna need to teach you a few things. Scary, just generally scary. Are you just into scary? That's all. A yes or no?
I think, but do you know that you're about to go on a cruise?
Yeah. The best stories come from cruises. Ghost ship, anyone? So, are you interested or not? Like, I don't have all day.
I've made a promise to myself that I'm always down for whatever, but also this is just like a fun booze cruise. So yeah, I guess I'm down.
Down for whatever. I like this attitude. I think we're gonna do some good things here. So, okay. All right.
Amazing.
Someone in the chat said, "What do you listen to on your Walkman?" So this is great. I think I have drumsticks. I don't know how to play the drums at all, but I'm definitely listening to some Motley Crue on my headphones, and I am just super annoyingly and really poorly banging on the rails, like just being annoying for everyone around.
Oh my goodness.
Assuming.
How do I flip a card in the thing?
If you click on it and then hit space.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Okay, awesome. So maybe do we want to start with me or Ace to start with the weird?
Let's go over the scene cards we have here. So we have what is something one character needs from another character right now? What are the characters about to do for the last time? What is something that one of the characters would miss if it disappeared? How did the characters discover the weird? And why is today important to the characters? Okay, so if anyone has any ideas for a cool intro scene with these.
So I'm struggling with you getting up the platform, and like I am holding something that's very precious to me, which is my husband's ashes, because we're going to spread it at sea, and that's like why it's important, like that you come with me. And you bump me, and I'm just like, oh god. So like putting it back in my hand. So I scold you. I'm like, Samuel, why? You need to behave.
Or are we already on the cruise now? Have we left?
I would say like our establishing scene is us having gotten on, and then we can kick off with the scene of maybe, I don't know, unpacking a room or something like that, if that suits for the two of you.
Yeah, that's
good.
fitting.
Okay.
That's fitting.
Do you want to be the weird ace?
Well, I mean, it's Isaac's scene, right? So
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
All right.
So you
we've
will
got-
have like control over the weird. So however you want that to turn up in the scene.
Okay. So I have control over the weird.
Yeah.
You have control over your character as well.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
we've got-
you can say whoever you want to be in the scene with you and just go for it.
Okay, so it's gonna be me and Ace, and we've just gotten to our room, and Ace, you're just complaining about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks, Abuela. Can I call you Abuela? I don't know, out of character.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Mijo, this is the best room we can afford. Stop being so rude.
You know, Grandpa would have really spent the money for a bigger room, but this is just terrible.
Your grandpa isn't here, and he didn't leave me with very much money left. So maybe we should rethink on how Grandpa spent money.
Yeah, okay, cool. So what all can we even do on these cruises? I've never
I
been
don't
on.
know. There's supposed to be some sort of activities, man, that's going to help us out.
Okay, so out of character, you can bust in as the activity director if you want, or you can like have someone else play them.
Who wants to bust in?
Oh, I will. I'm happy to personify Johnny right now.
I call like 35 people and finally get Johnny. Then you show up at the door.
Hello,
Hello, are you Johnny?
I'm Johnny, activities
Perfect.
coordinator. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
My unruly grandson, who is very rude, needs to have fun on this ship apparently. So can you please help him?
As if.
Well, I'm here to help every single one of you. And he does a little like flourish, and you hear like music playing down the hallway. You're not sure if it's like piped music or what, but it's kind of just started when Johnny turned up.
Excuse me, sir. I am an old woman and I do not need to see hips move like that.
Perhaps you might be interested in our aquarobics classes. Soft on the joints, so much fun. Latin beats, you can't go wrong.
Do we have any rock shows on this boat?
We can definitely look into that, young man. Truly fabulous to make your acquaintance, and he grabs your hand, Lupin, kisses it gently.
How dare you?
He has no idea what boundaries are.
My husband may no longer be around, but I am a respectable woman.
I will see you both soon. And he walks away with a flourish.
Samuel, I do not like that man.
If he has rock shows, I'm in for this.
Well, you go. I have business to attend to, and I start rubbing the urn.
Oh, perfect.
And then we can close the scene.
All right, cool. Do we felt like we answered any of these questions?
Let's see.
I don't think so yet. Right?
Maybe the first one, like, I mean,
Well, we discovered the weird.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, because that's perfect.
yeah. Also,
Because
I mean, Lupe also could have had like she needs something from Sam and that's like have him be out of her hair.
True.
So I think either one of those would work.
I think this one is pretty good to flip over because we've introduced the weird, right? We have this
Yeah.
Johnny character.
Oh, Johnny.
I resisted saying something at the end. You know that little bell on this cruise ship? Bing bong!
Welcome aboard, passengers.
I'm gonna pull a
Amazing.
few prompts out to show people at home kind of what these look like. And let me flip this one over. There we go. You can suddenly view a scene from your perspective. You shouldn't be able to. And you hear a baby crying. There should not be a baby here. Those are just two potential prompts that I have in my hand.
They're really good. I find like I drew a couple earlier, and there's one in there that I'm already like pretty stoked about. So,
Okay.
all right, where do we want to go from there? Who wants to take on the weird?
How do you decide who has which scene?
I mean, usually, like if you're sitting around a table, it just kind of goes around.
Yeah, we would go in a.
So okay.
But like
if
we can
anyone
go
has an idea for a scene to play,
yeah.
just step up and we can make that happen. All right, I will do it.
Through like the cameras or something. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can just go like down the order of the cameras.
Oh, that works. That works.
Whatever.
Who's
Yeah.
next?
So like Andrew, you could start and we can just keep going.
Perfect. I will
Yeah.
go next then. All right, so I will set the scene where I am going to find some fun in this on the ship, right? So I'm gonna go. You said I heard music, right?
There was music in the hole.
Okay, so I'm gonna look for rock show. I'm gonna look for some music. And in this scene, who else would be here? I want to meet somebody who's here for a show.
Izzy's probably walking up and down the corridors, hoping that a door is open so that he can meet friends.
Perfect. Then Izzy's definitely coming out. This is a great way because I haven't seen you yet.
Sweet.
Oh, I see. So, Gil was saying this little gray piece is whose turn it is.
Oh, that's helpful. Yay.
That is super helpful. I don't know who's what colors. I guess I see. Okay, perfect.
You
All
can
right,
just put it up next to the names, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's true.
that's
That'd make
genius.
sense, yeah.
That's actually genius. I love it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to try and find something fun to do, and Izzy pops out of the door, or I guess you see me come out of the room.
Yeah, Izzy sees you come out of the room, and they also see Johnny walking away, and is looking up at Johnny, then looks over at you, and looks up at Johnny, looks over at you, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Izzy."
What's going on, Izzy? You seen anything fun to do on the ship yet?
Yeah, I think so. I met this like real cool girl. Her name's Tika, and she was talking about like some like really cool like ghost ship stuff. And I actually have a camera she just like ran off somewhere, and I have one of her pieces of her equipment, but I don't even know what to do with this. And he just like rambles on, like does not even give you a breath to talk.
But I mean, internally, yeah, like I'm down to clown with some ghost stuff. That sounds like some hijinks could happen. Let's go find this Tika person.
Oh.
Did you see where they went?
I did not, but I've just been kind of knocking on doors. I don't really know etiquette on cruises, but I'm just and luckily for me that you had the door open, so I didn't have to knock on your door, but nobody's answered my door knocks yet.
Oh, weird. Okay, cool. So let's go down the corridor, and I'm gonna be drumming on them, on the doors.
Suddenly, you hear someone go, "Where is it? Ah!
Oh,
And-
perfect.
Yeah.
Dang.
I guess that would be Isaac's cue, right? I mean, not Isaac's, but Danny's cue to.
Izzy's just like super into your drumming, doesn't even hear anything. It's just like kind of taking the camera and just like moving it along with the beat.
Tika, was that on your? Were you knocking on your door, or we just heard you down the hall?
So you hear this noise down the hall, but now at this point, I'm stomping angry mad because I can't find some of my equipment. So I come out in a fury and slam the door, and I see both of you, and now I've lasered and locked eyes with you because I feel like you might know something.
All right, cool. Hey, Izzy, is this the chick you were talking about?
Tika, and he just interrupts you. Tika, hey, look at, I made a friend and really good at drums, and I don't know what this thing is, but it's been my little prop.
So I interrupt. Oh, what? Wait a second. You had this? I have been looking for this. This is, and I snatch it out of your hand. This is expensive stuff, okay? You probably don't even know what it does. Do you know what it does?
What
Is that ghost hunting stuff? Is that like, I guess, out of character? When did Ghostbusters come out? Do we know Ghostbusters yet?
It was 80s, I'm pretty sure.
One
It-
second.
Let me do a quick Google search.
1984.
Yep.
Let's
Go
see,
ahead.
yeah.
Who had it edit?
That was me. I thought I would add in a prompt. One of your pieces of equipment starts vibrating,
Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
like behind you in the pile of stuff that you were just throwing around.
Okay.
Nice.
So, okay, we got something. Something. Oh my goodness, it's so. Okay, I mean, I don't have time to train either of you. Are you in or not? Like, this is big stuff. Are you in?
Absolutely,
I'm
absolutely.
seriously into
Down
it.
to clown. Let's go.
Okay, okay, so, oh my goodness, it's shaking hard. Okay, let me pull up the dial here. Turns up the dial, and these two little antenna things come up out of the machine, and they start kind of shaking. And I'm like, okay, follow me. Just don't get too close. You're breathing down my neck. Just stay back a little bit. And I kind of like scan the halls a little bit, and every time I hear kind of like a woo, woo, when I get close to something, but it's in and out. And then suddenly we're going down this hall. It's getting a little darker. I'm like, okay, this seems like a really weird part of the ship. I'm like, shh, telling you guys to be quiet. Like, just relax. I hear something. Do you all hear it?
Oh, I turned my Walkman off because you could probably hear the music, even though the earphones are around my neck. I don't know if that's what you heard, but I go ahead and turn them off.
Ah, yes. That's what I was hearing. She got me all excited for nothing. Turn the music off. Shh. Do you hear? Wait. I hear something else. It sounds like a child. Do you hear that?
Do you mean this baby crying?
Sounds kind of like that, but is that a ghost or is that like an actual baby crying? I'm not sure. What do you all think? I don't know.
I've never ghost hunted. I have no idea.
Tika, I'm not gonna say that you're not a good ghost hunter, but you're asking two people that you just met about a baby crying, and that's a little weird. And I'm just looking for a good time to, party.
Okay. Have you all been, up to no good doing something? I don't know. I think you all have had too many, what do you call those things? Sugar sticks? You seem a little out of it. Too much sugar.
Izzy like whips out like a handful of just like sugar sticks. And...
Pixie sticks! Pixie sticks! Those things are terrible for your health.
I want to be using my drumsticks as dowsing rods. I don't really know how dowsing works. My character wouldn't know how dowsing works, but he's seen his grandpa do it back in the day to find water. He doesn't realize that we're on a ship, so it's just water everywhere, so that they're not going to work, but it seems pretty supernatural, right? So I'm just trying to make the dowsing sticks work.
Nice.
I think that's a good place to end it. I think that my character definitely fulfilled this first scene, which is one character needs something from another character right now, and I needed to find something fun to do, and I'm on board for this ghost hunting train.
You found yourself a little crew.
Yeah. I wanted Izzy. My main character wants Izzy to. I said my what do I want from them? I want to be accepted onto the party train, and I literally just got invited into this party train.
That's a party train right there.
Yes,
beautiful.
absolutely.
So who's next?
So that was my scene.
So
So
Danny.
Dan.
okay, so then Danny's scene.
Yes,
So this is how the scenes work. You can set up a scene immediately after this scene. Could be the next day. Could be several hours. It could even be a flashback scene.
Yeah,
You can
very
set
flexible.
however you want to see it.
All right. So in this scene, I definitely want to get to know Cindy a little bit more. So I think Cindy has already put all of her stuff away, and maybe her and Sarah are already at the bar and just like, they don't know each other. They're kind of like at the opposite ends of the bar, and maybe getting a drink or something to eat or whatever. And I want I want I want Johnny to come into the scene somehow. I don't know how yet, but I want to see how Cindy and Sarah's character get along.
Okay.
All right. So we're sitting at the bar. Oh my goodness. Did you see the activities director yet? Girl?
No. What are you drinking?
I have this thing and it's like new or something. It's like an apple-tini. I don't know.
I'll have one of those. Bartender, I'll have one of the appletinis, please. Yeah.
So-
Cool.
All of a sudden, the bartender turns around, and at first, it looked like somebody with like long blonde hair, and then all of a sudden, when he turns around, it's actually Johnny, and he goes, "Appletini, you say?" And then he turns around again, and then all of a sudden, the martini glass is filled, and then he just lightly taps it, and it like almost slides perfectly in front of you.
Oh. Goodness, thank you.
Well,
Oh. Cheers.
are you doing shifts at the bar now, Johnny, too?
Shifts. This is my ship.
Your ship? Like your ship?
Well, I don't own it, but
Oh.
I mean, maybe I own it. Does it matter to you?
Oh, it could.
How long have you worked as bartender activity
Bartender, activity director,
man?
anything goes here on this ship. It's actually called the SS Johnny for a reason.
Oh, well, that's fabulous.
And the reason isn't me. It's because that the person that owns the ship named it SS Johnny, and that just happens to be my name.
Oh, fabulous.
Like,
Tell us
wink.
about your favorite activities then, Johnny, the activity director.
I don't know.
Yeah, Johnny.
I've always been called to music, and I think any sort of concert that you can make it to will be one of the best times that you've ever had in your life.
There's
Fully expect to
concert?
see you on the stage. You seem to do
Oh,
everything.
no. I'm definitely a backstage person.
The Appletini's so good, Johnny. I've never had anything like it before. I've never been on any cruise like this before. This is fabulous.
And Johnny just all of a sudden his face goes from super smiley and charming to like drops like dead serious, and he's just like, I've got to go. And then he just drops everything, clatters through the bar, and just like power walks away.
Should we go check that out, do you think?
Well, I've still got so much of this Appletini. Maybe you could tell me about yourself. Like, what all are you doing on the cruise?
So I just kind of needed to get away for a little while. Like, I think I just have done the scene near my house too much. So I figure if I go abroad, maybe I'll catch like, an eligible bachelor, like a world traveler. It's kind of what I'm looking for.
Yes. Same.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm definitely. Well, this is probably the last chance I'll get to vacation as a single woman. So I just really want to make the most of it, meet some
Do what you
people.
have to do.
Yeah. And I'm definitely done with the scene near my house too. So, and she like guzzles the rest of her appletini because she's so nervous, trying to like look cool.
I swear, the only thing I don't like about this boat so far, it's like it's cold and then it's hot and then it's cold everywhere I go. It's like the weirdest temperatures everywhere.
And then I put in one of the prompt cards that says
Oh.
something smells different than it should.
Okay.
What would that be? Weird
Yeah.
controller.
The appletini.
Yeah, the appletini, when you were chugging it, all of a sudden, it just has this rancid, like right at the very end, like it tastes like an appletini, you were chugging it, and all of a sudden, at the very, very end, it just has this rancid taste.
No.
Oh, that got me. I don't know if appletini is quite my drink. Was yours a little funny at the end there?
So I stiff mine slightly, and it's kind of like, you know what it smells like a little bit? Like rotten milk.
Oh, I wonder
Like-
what got in that.
If you ever watch a baby, like that's what spit up smells like.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if Johnny were here, I'm sure he'd make us a new one. So,
I mean, we could just jump behind the bar. What are they gonna do? Throw us off the boat?
we could never.
All right, I'm throwing in a edit card here.
Yeah.
This is just Lupe. She's running into the scene. I'm running into the scene, and I start banging on the bell for the bartender, and no one comes because Johnny's not here. And you guys are just all looking at me like, what is going on with this crazy lady? And I start just scooping up leftover food that's just sitting on the bar and pouring it into the urn, and then I just walk away.
What was that?
Whoa.
Does she eat out of an urn like a bowl?
Oh, that's so weird. I wonder if she like,
Is that like a cultural thing?
does she like not realize the buffet is open all the time?
So the scene ends, it kind of zooms out, and it's literally just the two girls just like asking each other questions, trying to figure out what happens. And
Nice.
Love
Nice.
it.
I love it.
Nice interjection there, Isaac. Nice.
Yeah. I really want to know what that was about.
So, do we feel like this answered any of these remaining questions? So the character's about to do for the last time. What is something that one of the characters would miss if disappeared? Or why is they important for the characters?
They really miss their appletinis.
And it doesn't have
mean-
to answer any questions. It doesn't have to.
I don't think it quite did. No,
No,
Yeah, I agree with that.
we got caught up.
we did. It was very special.
That's good. No, it's good to have more people interact with
Yeah.
Johnny. All right, Nicole's scene.
Yes, it is. Let's have a think. I've got this prompt that I really want to kind of work in. And so, I would like to be just taking a walk through the like the main deck of the ship.
What
To
what
just-
time of day is it?
It's like a mid to late afternoon.
Hmm.
Is this Sarah or is it Johnny walking?
This is Sarah. So Sarah's walking through. She just, she's never been on a vacation like this before. She just wants to kind of walk through and, orient herself to, what might be happening, what activities she might be able to take advantage of. And she gets to the like the pool deck where there's a lot of like deck chairs and things like that. And Izzy and Sam and Tika are there, like talking animated like equipment and stuff like that. And Sarah's trying to play it cool. Like, these are younger people. So she just she takes a seat nearby, pretends to sun herself, and just like looks over and kind of listening on to see what's going on.
So I think Sam's going to be asking Tika, how does that piece of equipment work?
Okay, so this one here, oh boy, I feel like I'm going to have to school all of you on this. Well, have a seat, okay? So, this one here allows us to see if there's any kind of remnants of ghosts or any type of supernatural being. So it allows us to kind of light the room and see, any kind of footsteps or any kind of gas or anything from the ghost. This is very expensive. Please don't touch it, but you can look at it. Okay.
Izzy, like, right when you said that, Izzy, like, touched it and pulls.
You break it, you buy it, okay? And I'm pretty sure you cannot afford this. Don't touch, but you can look at it. You can look at it.
So you notice at this point that Sarah has kind of moved over a couple of the deck chairs closer and is listening intently.
You know what? I think and this is in character, I think my Walkman has a AM/FM radio function. Can we use that for ghost hunting at all? I heard about these things maybe called EVPs or something.
We could definitely use the frequencies, I think, for sure. But again, I am the expert, so, I'm the one who's going to have to do it. So just when we get there, I'll let you know. But yes, you can contribute to this. I think that's fair. I'm getting a little antsy because I haven't had a cigarette. So I kind of be like, are you all okay if I smoke?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, smoking's cool. Anything's cool.
Goodness. Been itching I've been itching to have one since I've been on here. So I light it up, but I blow the smoke in the direction of, sorry, I need the character name, of, is that Sarah?
Me? Sarah, yep.
Yeah, so I blow the smoke and and it blows off in that general direction. Oh. Yeah, is there something, are you okay? What's wrong?
Hey, just getting some sun. You guys...
Wait. Do you guys hear that voice? Doesn't that sound like the baby that was crying?
Wait.
I don't think you can have babies on this ship.
Okay, that's weird then.
I don't hear it because I'm trying to find a frequency for ghosts to talk. I'm just hearing static on my thing.
So all of a sudden, your Walkman starts to blare music. Music. It's at its loudest volume. So like music? I assume the headphones are plugged in, but
absolutely.
It sounds like a pop song that sounds really familiar, like you would have heard it, but it doesn't sound quite right.
Ooh, interesting.
He gets up and like hears it, doesn't even pay attention to like why is Sam playing that music so loud, and starts dancing just like this is the party I was looking for.
So Tika starts freaking out. Her cigarette's like hanging out of her mouth. She's trying to, let me get the stuff. This is good stuff. Oh my goodness. This is so rad. This is something that's totally happening. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. My cigarette kind of falls to the floor. I'm just like, forget this. And I'm all excited to like find out what's going on. Okay, the music, play it backwards. There's a message. I'm telling you, play it backwards.
How do I play it back? It's coming through the radio. I don't know how to play it backwards.
Well, geez, working with amateurs here. Oh.
I will notice that the cadence of the song is off because I'm such a good drummer. Normally I would know like the beat of the drum, and this is clearly not it. I can't really show you that because I'm actually a terrible drummer.
But like so Sarah stood up by now, and she comes over and she's like, it sounds a little bit like the music my daughter listens to, but I don't know. Not quite right. And
is she single?
I mean, she's in high school, so yes. And she's not like, with me.
Party mom.
Mm.
This over to Sarah. Party mom.
And all of a sudden, the music stops, and we all kind of look up and look at the Walkman, and Johnny's standing here. He's like, "Oh, guests! What a lovely afternoon! Enjoying some sunshine, are we?"
I would jump like
Yes, I
I'm
jumped too.
easily to startle. Yeah.
Where did you come from?
As he like walks up and still dancing even though there's no music playing and like tries to like vibe next to Johnny and it's like, hey, what's up?
I hope to see you all at the first night concert this evening. It looks like you're all ready to party. And he has an extremely forced smile on his face. It's a little odd.
Tika asked him if, have you ever noticed anything weird about this ship at all?
Just the surprise people have when they have so much fun they weren't expecting, of course.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A new character comes in, the
Okay.
captain of the ship, and is like, "Hello, Johnny. Are you bothering these fine people?"
Captain, no, of course not. I'm just letting them know about the festivities this evening.
Good. Good. We want everyone to be present.
Yes,
Festivities this evening.
everybody.
It's going to be quite a wonderful time.
So much fun.
Yes, so much fun.
Tika's
And then he's
kind of...
Well, I'll see you all there tonight. And he just kind of floats off. Like he you can see he's walking, but it's a glide. You know?
Tika's backing away slowly from the group, kind of being like, this is just freaking me out. I need to find out what is actually happening on this ship.
Yeah, I think it's time for another appletini.
And then the captain gives you one.
Just pulls it from behind his back. Here you go. I think that's a good place to end the scene.
I've
Alright,
always
perfect.
liked women who care for their appletinis.
So Nicole, with that, when the music cut off, is
Yeah.
the Walkman like broken now, or
No,
'cause
it
if
just
it was-
stopped.
if it was broken, then we could answer this one, which is what one of the characters would miss. If it
Oh,
disappeared.
maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe the music stopped and Johnny scared you so much that you dropped it.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
So it's now broken. And so
It
that
is
like
broken.
piece of evidence that Tika may have needed to like examine is not
You
gonna
know what
pick
it
up
is?
anything anymore.
You know what it is? The battery door on the back broke off,
Mm,
so I can't keep the batteries in it anymore. So it can't have any power. I love that.
nice. So yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a central thing to you. And I
Yeah.
think it was kind of the key part of the weird in that scene, as well as good old
Right.
Johnny. Love that captain. Oh boy.
my captain.
Okay.
So-
So that's Act 1, right?
Yeah, let's intermission it, friends. Okay, how is the weird affecting the character? Johnny just everywhere. He's up in everybody's business.
He's literally just everywhere,
Yeah,
but only for like a dollop at a time.
yeah.
I mean, seemingly not unlike a cruise director would be. The problem
Yes.
is how he just appears there all of
Right.
a sudden,
Yes.
just popping out of nowhere.
um.
What
The
can we do to bind the characters and the weird closer together?
I mean,
We have a weird
Opening night
party train
festivities?
and
party train it.
hunting going on.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, we're definitely all going to be at this event tonight.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Does the story need to get more grounded or heightened? I think it needs to get heightened.
For sure.
I'm
think
on
it
board
needs
with that.
I think it needs to get weirder in Act 2.
We gotta weird the heck out of this, friends. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're done with Act 1. So now we'll pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cards for Act 2. Oops, not the whole deck. How about just 5 cards?
And let me know when
Get myself-
we want to take a little break. I have a little screen that we can put up while we take a break. And
Oh.
then, yeah, so
oh,
we can go get a little stretch and whatnot.
Cool.
If anyone, now's a good time to, actually, let's go ahead and do it because I could use a pipe.
but just have a few minutes between
Yep.
each act. That sounds good to me.
Okay, so put
Yeah,
it
that's
up and
what I
I'll
said.
mute the volume. So we'll be back in a few.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're back.
All right, so we're starting the second act, and we're setting a scene. So, I've stolen this turn from Mandisa.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I just had a really cool idea. So we're all going to be joining in the big ballroom in the ship. There's like a free open bar night for everyone. But what it actually sort of is a mini conference they were hosting for alien enthusiasts and ghost hunters and people that like paranormal stuff. And so the open bar is kind of to trick everybody else to kind of check it out too. Johnny thought that there might be some people that would then want to attend the other ghost hunting type experiences. Everybody's in the scene. So we're gonna kick it off with Lupe.
All right, so I have the urn
With you?
with me. I'm dressed to the nines. I look the best I've ever looked ever. But he's just sitting in my purse, and it's like moving, and I'm like, quiet down.
So I think Sam is gonna say, "Well, did you know that this was a ghost hunting, a ghost cruise?"
Your grandfather, Rodrigo, loved Ghost. He was always going on about Ghost. And I just figured it would be a nice touch, saying goodbye to him one last time and something that he enjoyed.
Well, I think you should have told me. This sounds rock and roll.
I tell children what they need to know.
Oh, damn.
I think Grandpa was cooler than I ever realized.
Your grandfather had his moments.
I'm gonna go find Izzy and be like, "Hey, man, my grandpa was a ghost hunter too."
I'm always down to clown for anything, but what is with this ghost stuff? Where's the music? Where's the party at? And he's like doing this the shoulder bump, and then accidentally bumps into Cindy for the first time.
Excuse you.
Oh yeah, excuse me. What's up? Are you ready to party?
I'm staring at that woman's purse that's jumping around right now. Not
Everybody's
quite.
jumping around. Jump.
If you would just excuse me for a moment, need to freshen up.
Izzy does this majestic like bow, and it's like, she seems cool, right?
Cindy has taken it upon herself to go full goth for the evening. She wants to fit in, so she figured that was the best way.
But like
Izzy-
80s goth?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh,
Izzy's
yeah.
still dressed in like, I guess, beach clothes. Like he has swim trunks on, tank top, black patch. That's the only clothes he brought to the cruise.
Sarah's got like mom slacks on and a very nice button down blouse
Oh, honey.
and a little clutch purse. And she's just kind of standing by the bar, sipping not an appletini. She's not sure about those anymore. But she's watching, she's watching.
Tika sneaks up behind Izzy, and sorry, I don't have my screen open here. Ace, who are you playing? Sam. Izzy and Sam. Yeah, so sneaks up and goes, "What are you doing, boneheads?" And you both kind of jump.
Yeah, I get super startled, dropping my drumsticks. I need to find those underneath all of the adults' feet. Hey, Tika, my grandpa was a ghost hunter too.
Really? This is a little hard to believe. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Do tell. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I'm wearing suspenders, a bow tie, frilly shirt. 80s, but kind of, pants, dressy, but
Ducky.
yeah, that's exactly right.
Make it fashion.
Loafers with the little tassels.
I don't know anything about it. You're gonna have to go ask my grandma Lupe. She's right over there. In fact, my grandpa's with her.
I don't. Wait. I look around. I don't see your grandpa. Where?
Yeah, she's Lupe's holding her. Here, I'll introduce you.
Okay.
So yeah, I bring you over to Lupe. Hey, Grandma, this is another ghost hunter friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. So, where's your husband?
my husband is where he belongs.
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. And that would be where?
Who is this woman? Why did you bring her to me?
Okay. Whoa. I just calm down, dude. Okay. I just asked a question.
The
Wow.
pearl starts rattling again.
Okay. There's
Maybe your equipment starts going off because of it.
So because I'm wearing a backpack and it's got some of my
Yeah.
equipment in it and it starts to like shake a little
my
bit. I'm
gosh.
like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Okay, just
So-
hold on.
That cues Johnny to enter the scene.
Perfect.
Hey friends, how are you liking your evening so far?
This
She wants to-
cruise just got so much more rock and roll when I realized it was a ghost cruise.
Well, it's not like we're ghosts.
My machine starts going off. And I'm struggling to find it. Damn it, where is it? Where is it?
And Izzy like is trying to speak over that loud noise and looks at Johnny in the eye and it's like, when you said booze cruise, I didn't think you meant like booze, like BOOZ ghost.
It was a play on words.
The purse starts going ballistic, and I smack it, and I'm like, settle down, and then I run out of the room.
Ooh.
Okay, there's too much activity in here. Tika finally pulls out the scanner doohickey thing to see,
But
and
as
it's
soon as
going
I
crazy.
exit, the activity goes down.
And then Johnny seems to have just run off.
Okay,
Oh,
and I noticed the
disappeared or run off.
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
The machine stops
Where's,
vibrating.
Where's Cindy right now?
Still kind of making the rounds, but she's staring at Lupe's purse. Like she can't help it. She just desperately wants to see inside the purse.
Okay.
She thinks it's gonna be like a dog or something, but she just wants, like, she can just feel the urge to open the purse.
So when Lupe kind of starts to get up and leave, Sarah comes over, just sort of sidles up to Cindy. He's like, "Hey, Appletini friend."
Yeah, I guess we're not gonna do those anymore, are we?
No, I just switched to I'm not really sure what this is, but it tastes much better anyway.
I'm only
Uh,
drinking Bud Light for the rest of the cruise.
Oh,
It's
Bud
fine.
Light. Okay. Cool. I'll be right back. He goes to the bar and just like dumps her drink and orders a Bud Light.
You hear a cowbell go off continuously, and then you look up on the stage, and there's the captain.
Oh.
And he's like, "Hello, fine people. I hope you are enjoying yourself this evening."
We
Izzy's
all
like,
clap
"Yeah!"
politely.
Tika makes a smart remark about, are we on the Enterprise? What is going on here?
I do hope you're enjoying the entertainment and the festivities. We are about to have our first performer come up on stage. I believe there will be quite a nice fright for all of you this evening. Our grand piano player, Mrs. Wingleton. And then I walk off the stage.
And Izzy's like, Wingleton, Wingleton. Walks around like nobody's like
Is
coming
he
along.
down for anything?
Tika's just
He's
shaking her
like,
head.
Grand piano. Yes, yes, yes.
So someone starts playing a grand piano.
Beautiful.
I like it. I definitely don't think Sam would recognize the song, but he has a good beat that he can drum out to it for sure.
I think that's probably a good place to end that scene.
Mhm.
Sweet. That was great.
I think that I'm way more excited to be on the cruise now that I realize what it is about.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just excited to get to know about my grandfather even. So I think my relationship has changed with Lupe.
Yeah. I think that's a good one just generally, like, because
think-
we know the situation better and
yeah.
you know, yeah. So I'm down to flip that one.
The one
Okay.
that why is it so hard for the characters to resolve with the weird? It's because Johnny just keeps disappearing. Just, like walking away.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, that gives me a really good idea too. So,
Awesome.
Tika,
feel-
you should trap him
Trap him.
Ooh,
in the
well,
next
yeah.
scene.
Ooh.
I was thinking
So
that. funny
either
enough.
Isaac or Mandy can go next. Either one. If whoever has an idea can go next.
I think I have something.
Sweet.
Okay.
So I'm setting the scene where it's still kind of, events going on, but it's later in the night. But I'm kind of outside of things, smoking where I'm not supposed to be smoking. And I notice the captain kind of scurrying off a little bit. Okay. And at this point, I find it a bit strange. So I'm like, there's something about this. Something about this guy's not right, but I can't do it alone. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I might have to grab those two boneheads to help me out here. So I quickly
Nice.
put out the cigarette, throw it on the ground, rub it out with my foot, peek inside the room, and I'm looking for Izzy and Sam. I kind of catch them bopping around and doing weird things, and I come over
The
there.
grand pianos.
Yeah, and I run over and I interrupt and say, knock it off. Come on, let's go. I think I found something fun to do. And yeah. So,
He's
Yeah,
like,
I definitely.
"Party
I'm
train."
definitely in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. I can't get my Walkman to work anymore, but I've got it with me.
okay, well, that might come in handy. So I just kind of grab you both and come on, let's go. I think the captain is weird and I want to see if there's something going on. Are you in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
It's like coming like half 1 foot out the door, and it's like, "Hey, party mom, party train," and like,
Just party everything.
Tika
love
shoots
it.
you a dirty look, knock it off.
never mind, party mom. I'll catch you later.
I don't know. Would Sarah come in? I don't know how many sheets to the wind she is at this point. I don't know if she'd jump on this train. Or...
Oh, maybe. That'd be good.
Wait, is that the same night?
Yeah, it's later in the party.
Later, yeah.
I think Sarah will probably hang around however long Cindy hangs around.
Okay, so she wants to stay there. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're in a line, I guess, of some kind of dancing. Is this what's happening?
Yeah, so I'm picturing it's Tika in the front, and then Izzy, and then Sam. But then Izzy's just dancing to nothing, and he's like, "Where are we going, Tika?"
And at this point, I'm like, nowhere with this attitude that you have. So if you're going to do this sort of thing, I'm doing it alone. So I'm going. And I kind of just grab my bag and get out of the line and run out of the room.
I want to scurry off with you because I think that Sam would be looking for some AA batteries in your purse, like in some of your gizmos and gadgets.
Just stealing batteries out of the
Equipment.
So I use you as my assistant. I give you my bag, say, hold this. And as you hold
perfect,
it,
perfect,
you're looking for some
perfect.
stuff in there. So I'm like,
I love
don't
it,
break
I love it.
anything.
I love it. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm definitely coming with.
So the halls at this point are a little they're usually well lit, but they're a little dark. And I'm like, I'm thinking the captain went this way. I have a little light that I kind of turn on to see, and we kind of go down the halls, and we hear some talking in one of the rooms that are way down this dark hall. And I kind of, shh, quiet. Let's just stand outside. There's a little bit of light coming from this room. It sounds like the captain. And
Okay.
we didn't think there was anybody in the room with the captain, but we hear multiple voices in the room.
Nicole, you had a suggestion?
Yeah, I just really want this to happen right now.
Yeah.
A door that wasn't there before. When you're so focused on what you think the captain's room is, there's another door that is in the hallway now.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Is there light behind it, or is it dark?
It's dark.
Okay.
So, so you're pointing to.
So yeah, the hairs on my neck are kind of going up a little bit. I'm like, oh, is it cold in here?
Oh yeah. So which door do we go in?
The door rattles.
Okay, I'm thinking we want to go down door number 2.
That's the new door that has
is
just
the
appeared?
new door that has just appeared. I'm like, this is messed up. This is so whack, but we need to check it out.
All right, yeah, let's go in. I assume since I'm the assistant that I have to go in first.
No, of course not. I don't want you to screw this up. I'm going in first.
There's no red shirt situation here. Come on.
Well, I'm a fan of that, so I'm definitely going hiding behind you.
So, yeah, as I slowly kind of reach out to the door, trying to show that I'm not scared, but like I'm kind of like, ooh, what is this? And the door is like ice cold, but kind of hot at the same time. And I kind of pull back and yeah, that kind of hurts. But the doors wants me to go in, like it's shaking and calling to me. So I kind of just use my foot and it actually just opens on its own. So I didn't have to put any force. It just kind of opened. And inside it looks like nothing. So I'm nervous, but I'm like, should we go? You know what? Let's just go. And I grab you and we jump into this room.
Okay. I like it.
And as soon as you do, your radio starts working again, Ace. And what is it playing?
Oh, I think it's gonna play. We're not gonna take it, or whatever the song is.
Gonna take it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna take it.
You cleaned up the grammar in that for
Just playing super loud. The strange thing is, oh yeah, perfect. So I have found some device. I don't even know what device it is that now is probably gonna no longer work because the batteries are not in whatever device you had. But I think I get so startled when it worked that I drop the Walkman and the batteries go scattering, shutting the music off again.
Oh,
And one of the batteries lands on Johnny's foot.
oh,
Ooh.
Plot
Damn.
twist.
What was the suggestion, Danny?
So when it comes down and the battery rolls over to Johnny's foot, the battery stays by his foot, but he picks up the Walkman and it starts playing music again. We're not gonna take it,
Ooh,
even
I
with
like
no
it.
batteries in it.
Can we have Johnny
Oh.
dancing in here? Is he dancing?
He's like
Dancing.
tapping his foot.
Yeah,
Tapping
but then
his foot.
I think the music kind of like and changes into Tiny Tim. Tiptoe
Oh.
through the windows.
Ooh. I love it.
And he seems to have this like big smile on his face, and we're all like, "What is happening right now?"
I think I would get creeped out and want to try to leave. Yeah, I think. Do we need to get out of here?
At this point, he's seeing through us, like not
Oh,
kind of.
he's not even noticing us.
No. And I'm kind of like slapping you to be like, stop it! Relax! Calm down! Just shh! And then I kind of just do this in front of Johnny's face, but he's like, he doesn't see us. I don't know if we're just like, we're not in his purview. I don't know, but it's weird. And he's like just really into the song and it's creepy. So now I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. Usually there's some kind of engagement and I poke him.
Do you feel him?
I feel him, and unfortunately, it doesn't feel like human skin. Like it's weird and gummy and cold. And all of a sudden, that big plastered smile, and the eyes looks down to where we are, and I'm like, uh-oh, bad move. Run. Run. Run! Grab you, and we get to that door, trying to get it open frantically.
And then
All right.
Izzy all of a sudden, like, just opens up the door. It's like, party train! You guys left me. What's going on?
We're saved by Izzy in the train.
Amazing.
I love it. I think we had to see
Yeah, I
it there.
think that's good.
Yes.
That's perfect. Let's take a look at these scene cards.
I definitely think we got one of them.
How to resolve the weird.
Well, the resolve with the weird and the first card, how does the weird irreversibly change a character? Like,
That
I feel
happened
like
when-
that's
Yeah,
gonna
I-
have an effect
think
on
so.
Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm scared. My question is out of character. Is Tika coming into ghost hunting from a point of not believing in ghosts and wanting to change their mind, from a place of believing in ghosts and wants proof? I mean, where's her mentality with ghosts?
Yeah, so it's one of those things like I've just been doing this for a while, like I'm obsessed with like the whole thing, and I want to show everybody like this stuff is for real. Like get on board. How are you not noticing? And I'm trying to get more and more people to be aware of it, but I'm not very patient.
Okay, but we didn't record. We didn't get any kind of like proof.
No,
That he
from
was
when
not
that happened,
just
no. It was just like a scene where yeah, it was
Dang it.
creepy and we all got freaked out and yeah.
Okay, so what are we thinking for cards here?
I mean, I think that first one definitely, like, if you weren't a believer already, then you are now.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I can believe in ghosts now.
that's a big irreversible change. I feel like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sounds good. I like it.
Okay.
I am a believer in the paranormal.
And then we flip the second one as well.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So far, he's been disappearing. That time he didn't disappear. He was still there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should play a scene out with that. Well, I mean, we could flip two there. It seems like we should flip a card. I mean, we should play a scene out where we literally have a hard time interacting with him. Now that we've established that he's some sort of ghostly entity, we should probably try and get either people on board with it, or even maybe the captain, or
Yeah, I think there's another scene to be had for sure
Mhm.
Yeah.
in this act, and then I think that's
Okay.
a good way to push the story a little further and heighten it a little bit more. So, sweet.
all right, Isaac's up unless
All
someone
right.
else has something.
I have an idea for a scene.
Okay.
Good. So
Yeah.
it's the party's dying down. I'm on deck, like Titanic style. Up there on deck with my urn, and I'm speaking to it. And both Sarah and Cindy are very martinied up. And just
Lighted
Bud
up,
Light,
thank
Bud
you.
and just sauntering near me while I'm talking to my dead husband's ashes. So what do you guys start talking to me about?
Like, oh, sweetie, are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're awfully close to the
talking to
edge
my
of the
husband's ashes.
boat.
Like people do.
Oh, did you come on this cruise to scatter the ashes?
No, he mustn't get wets.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him? Because he seems to be very, like, alive to you still.
Yeah, we saw you at the bar, didn't we?
And then Cindy reaches towards the urn because she's always been so interested in it, and it knocks it over the boat.
Oh!
Wow.
It's like, no, this can't be happening. No.
So Cindy starts drunkenly looking around for, like, anything to help try and drag it out of the water or whatever.
And
But it,
Sarah gets one of those round like lifesaver things. She's like, would this help?
And
like,
the waters start twisting and shaking, and the boat starts just rattling back and forth like crazy. And now all the characters are
just tell me,
experiencing
was your husband a gremlin?
No, I wait.
Okay, because I heard that movie was, like, for reals.
Oh, well, maybe. And Sarah throws the life saver thing off the boat. She's like, maybe this will help.
Now we're all grabbing onto the edge of the boat because things are shaking so hard.
When the urn fell, did the ashes get spilt then? Did the lid pop off?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
And did food come out, or was it just ashes?
It was a combination of a whole bunch of things, but you can't quite see because the water's so dark.
Oh.
And maybe it's still spilling out into the ocean. You just see like it changing the color of the water.
Whoa.
So you guys, I have an edit. So you
Yeah.
guys are holding on to the edge, and then all of a sudden the captain walks out, and he goes, "Hey, everybody!" And then you guys turn around, and then all of a sudden the water just like it's just still, and you guys are looking at the captain, and it's just like eerily quiet.
What if
and-
it's Johnny, not the captain?
Oh.
Or could be
Oh.
Johnny
On the
as
rim.
the captain?
Oh
I'm
my
not-
God!
dressed in
What
the
if it
captain.
is?
Yeah, Johnny's dressed in what the captain was wearing.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
He's like,
And
"What are you three doing?" And then, again, like the water's like complete. We're in the middle of the ocean, but you can't hear waves. You can't hear anything.
There was a man overboard situation, so I put the thing over. Please don't charge
Yeah,
me
we were
for
trying
it.
to get it out of the water, but the water was mad.
And,
And I'm just
looks-
falling.
and
I'm just
he's like,
crying.
he tilts his head to the right and then to the left, and then in the blink of an eye, he's like right in front of you, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And he points down to the ground, and the urn and the buoy is like right there, just sitting right there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think I need to lie down or something.
Are these buds actually light?
I pick up the urn and run back to my room, and then we close the scene.
Perfect.
Nice, nice. Oh, nice.
Ooh, what a turn! I like it. Bringing it back to Nicole.
So I think
Sorry. Do we finish?
the worst thing that could happen
Yes.
happened to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or did it?
Okay.
Or did it?
So we've got 3 here. It's time for our second intermission.
Yep.
How can the characters defeat or resolve with the weird? Holy heck.
We need to figure out what's going on with Johnny character. We need to trap
Yeah.
him. We need to lock him down.
We need to investigate Johnny.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
now us as characters know that Tika has some expertise in this. We all
Yeah.
kind of drunkenly saw all this weird shit last night, so maybe now, oh, pardon my
Oh,
language.
fine.
So now maybe we like try and help Tika in our
Yeah,
own
we
ways.
can kind of come together now and figure out what's happening. So the character's plan can be we find Tika and tell her what we saw, and Tika can share what she saw. We can have a ghost party train, maybe.
So is the character's plan to trap Johnny to get proof that he's a ghost? Like, what would an ideal goal here be?
to figure out like what he is,
What he
what's
is,
going
what's the story? Like, yeah, like he's
Yeah.
back trying to,
Perfect.
resurrect this ship, and we're all on it, and we might die or be inhabited by spirits that want to come back to life. I don't know, just throw it out
Yeah.
there. Something along those lines.
Yeah, like there's got to be something where like we obviously have all seen that something's weird with the captain / Johnny.
Well, I feel
And-
like now might even be a good time to do like a flashback scene. Like someone like
Mm.
Izzy
Mhm.
knew Johnny maybe or something. Like
Some kind of connection that way.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like before Izzy started kind of acting the way he does now, maybe he
Mm.
wasn't always like that.
Oh, maybe he was dating Johnny, and
Right.
and then
Like Johnny was his first love.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But like,
Did he
Ooh.
kill Johnny?
but Izzy has no recollection of Johnny now.
Yeah.
That could be good.
Interesting.
Well, Johnny went missing. Like Johnny, he'd never like. Johnny just like poofed out of his life.
Oh,
And then
you
all of a
you
sudden-
gonna say that Johnny ghosted Izzy?
Bow, bow, wow.
Oh, zing.
Yeah. Yep.
There
In
it
general terms, how do players think the story will end? It probably won't end this way, but how are we thinking it's gonna end?
I think
I'm
the group
thinking
is
none
gonna
of us get
confront-
off this ship.
That's exactly what
I-
I was thinking.
Yeah, I feel like the ship is just going to stay out there, and we're going to stay on it, and that's it.
Yep, we're taking over from where they left off from some other time in history.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Ghost Ship? Because I feel like we just rewrote
Ah!
it.
No, but I really love that X-Files episode where there's like
Yes!
a weird ghost ship
Me
that they go
Yes,
to.
me too.
Oh, good.
I like
So
horror
good.
movies and stuff, so yeah, probably
Yeah, yeah.
elements that I didn't even know.
I definitely
Um,
got the piano from Ghost Ship for sure.
Ah.
Yeah, no, I totally, I can see it in my mind right now.
Completely unrelated to this particular game, but I definitely want to do an X-Files episode.
Oh, that'd be
using
awesome.
this system.
Okay, so let's everyone who has any prompt cards, go ahead and chuck them to this extra pile here. I will pull out 5 more scene cards for the final act.
Excuse me, goodness me. I'm an old lady.
No, me too. I'm like suppressing it.
I kept like empathy yawning, and I was wondering who did it. I could tell like someone was doing it.
Do we want to have just a couple of minute break, get a glass of water, or we're good?
I mean,
Yeah, we might as well. We might as well.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we'll pull up the screen again and just everybody. We'll be back in about 5-ish minutes. Is that okay?
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good.
Okay, cool. Okay, and we're back.
All right,
All
before
right.
we start Act 3, I want to go through with everybody the potential scenes, the scene cards, the questions we're trying to answer in this final act. So the first one we have here is, why is the character's plan to resolve the weird failing? How does one character's past affect their present? Well, I like that one for Izzy
Yep.
for sure. How has one character successfully gotten what they wanted from another character? How does the weird tie into the character's past? It's another Izzy one. How have the characters' relationships with their setting changed from the start of the story?
And just a refresher maybe on what we're looking for. So for my character, Sarah, she's connected to Cindy and she wants to learn how to live large from Cindy.
Okay.
Izzy wants to find their truest self or their true love.
Oh, that's pretty clear there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cindy, what was your
I'm trying to find. I closed the screen on accident.
Oh,
I
so-
remember sort of, but I
Yeah,
just
Cindy is connected to Izzy and wants the latest hotspots on the ship. Gotta catch the hottest people on the boat.
when she was first getting on the cruise, she thought Izzy was like the person to know there, because you have to know that one guy that knows all the things going on. She thought that was Izzy.
Oh, Mandy, how about Tika?
So what I want from this whole thing?
Yeah, I thought it'd be good to just like recap our
Yeah.
who we're connected to and what we want.
So yeah, I'm a do what I like, reckless kind of thing. But at the end of the day, I want to get a big find, like something that'll put me on the map. But I also I'm like not a loner, but I don't really kind of hang out with a lot of people. So I kind of see something that could happen with Izzy, maybe to kind of work with me on these sorts of cases or things. So yeah, open me up to new things, I guess, a little bit.
I wanted to be accepted onto the party train, and while I do feel like Izzy has invited everyone to the party train, I feel like that's not special enough. So I think that I am actually more clung on to Tika's party train of the ghost hunting, which I also feel connected to. So I feel like I have succeeded my my wants.
And then Lupe wants Sam to be a better person, which I think I have a good way to kind of tie that up in
No.
these
Perfect.
upcoming scenes.
Perfect.
So who was last?
So the last three we had was Isaac, Mandy, and Maggie playing.
Right.
We've got Rodrigo as this like really crazy thing that just happened, and Johnny ran off, and
Right. Oh, I gotta get a couple of prompt cards here as well. That'll be
prompt cards.
that'll be
pull one.
nice.
I'll pull one.
We'll see.
Ace, if you pull a scene, I think I can connect some stuff with
Okay.
both of us together.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay, so yeah, I will go ahead and make a scene then, and it's gonna be the next morning, I guess. And like, so we're back in the start of the day. I mean, we're back in our bunks or whatever, our room.
And maybe you show up like really late, like in the morning, like you haven't been in the room
Oh, I'm coming
like,
in.
all night.
I'm coming
Yeah.
in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like distraught, and I'm like, Miho, where have you been? Where have you been? I start shaking you.
I have been learning how to use ghost hunting equipment like Grandpa. Actually, out of character, I have no idea if he was a ghost hunter, if he was just into paranormal. But Sam has it in his head that he was a ghost hunter, right? So, like Grandpa did, and I was learning because we went on an adventure to find Johnny last night.
I knew this trip would work wonders for you. I knew you were always a little weirdo, just like your grandfather. The worst thing has happened, my son. Your grandfather always had one ghost that he needed to hunt down and kill, and he never was successful. And I was supposed to bring him here in order for him to seal Johnny's fate forever. But he was unable to do so, and now he's gone, and I need you to take the helm.
Whoa.
Well, I definitely got these drumsticks to join the fight. Grandma, were you also a ghost hunter? I mean, what was your plan here?
I made tortillas, son. All right.
So you
You know our
brought meat on
restaurant is
this
very
cruise
successful.
ship.
The only thing that keeps our family together.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Your
I'm
grandfather
in.
was a ghost hunter, and he was very bad at it. And now we have to kill his last ghost so we can go ahead and move on with our lives.
I feel
Now
a sense
here
of
is the
pride.
urn that captures ghosts. Now use it in order to take care of it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Okay.
That escalated quickly.
Yes, it did.
All right.
Amazing.
I think I want to stop the scene right there.
That is just like revelation after revelation.
Wow.
I don't
Insane in the
know.
membrane.
A family business, a family tortilleria and ghost hunting business.
I for sure thought you were gonna say flautas, and I'm like, oh, say it. Yeah, tortilla's good.
Oh my god, cooking shows need ghost hunting elements. I
Yes.
got everything now.
Oh my god! You should have handed down your tortilla Dora, but
Oh,
Right.
good gravy.
How's the
making me
character's
hungry.
relationship with their setting changed from the start of the story? So I think that is a good one to flip here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially because your character just had so much of that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we couldn't make an argument for how does one character's past affect their present, being that it's in the family. But I think I like flipping that one over.
You
So
do
I
you,
think that's
man.
good. Yeah, I think that's good. What anyone else have another scene?
Is it me next?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay.
I kind of
Should-
jumped in.
Should we
front,
do like
yeah.
a flashback, like Marguerite was saying,
Oh yeah.
just to kind of give us some context on?
Maybe when Izzy and Johnny first met.
So yeah,
That would be
we'll
good.
flash back. Who
You wanna
wants to
do
be
that?
Johnny?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I'll be Johnny. Fine.
Yeah,
It's like, I
yay.
can't be Johnny and Izzy. I mean, I could
I kind of
Uh,
wanted you to do that a little bit.
Too.
blah 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 blah. Okay, go for it, Danny.
All right, so this was in college, which I guess Izzy is still in college. So this was freshman year of college. So think like super nerdy, very like when they flip back, the Izzy that is present now is not the
Like it's
Izzy
polar
back then.
opposite times.
Polar opposite, like super quiet.
But are you at a
Super
party
reserved.
school or are you at a serious school? Like, are you at
Um,
Arizona or are you at like an Ivy League? Like, where are you?
I think it's like a community college where it's like
Oh.
kind of in between. Like everybody
Yeah.
there likes to party, wants still it's kind
But
of
it's
right in the
mostly
middle.
like, fuck ups. Or sorry, pardon my language. I'm so sorry. I can't do things without curses.
People of all different ages.
Yeah.
It's just like a hodgepodge of people. Yeah.
Yeah, like divorcee moms and the whole nine, like the community college.
The one question I
experience.
have is we've established that you're around 21. So when you say back in your college years, are we talking about like last summer or last semester?
Yeah, like
Or
19.
like-
No.
Or in your
Like
other
2 years
life
ago.
years.
The first year of college when
Hey,
everything
relative
changes.
to his age, that's a whole long time.
Yeah, exactly. So I just like the idea of like just a year ago, he's had a lot of changes. He's a totally different. He's a different. He's in a different phase. Of it.
So Johnny was about a year older than Izzy, and this is more like Roadhouse than Dirty Dancing. Like this is jeans and a cut-up T-shirt and like rough housing.
Oh, okay.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, and I think the scene is like we're at the first big college party. Like this is the party to be at, and Izzy's just like again very to themselves, quiet, kind of like in a hoodie, just like sipping some punch in the corner.
Do you
Cool.
know Izzy? I mean, do you know Johnny at this point, or?
This is when we met, right?
Yeah, this is when we met. We
Oh,
grew up in the
perfect.
same hometown, so everybody kind of knows everybody, but
Yeah.
like we've never had any interactions before.
So Izzy and Johnny are in the scene. Anyone else?
Yeah, it'd just be you guys.
Mhm.
We can play random party goers too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So Izzy's hanging out, kind of sipping on a drink, looking like a wallflower. So I'm gonna come say hello. So I sidle up alongside him, look him straight in the eyes, and say, "Hey, cutie, what are you doing here?"
Um, 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 and then
That's
just like
all right. You're enjoying your drink. I just thought maybe you wanted to kick this party up a notch. He opens his hand, and you can see a very odd token. Do you take it?
Izzy thinks to himself like, okay, mom told me to open up, and then he just reaches out his hand and grabs the token.
Immediately, the token is very warm to your touch. The room
Ooh.
starts vibrating slightly.
Whoa!
Johnny's like, all right, let's go dance. And so you follow Johnny into the center of the room, but there don't seem to be any people here anymore.
And Izzy is so enamored, like he keeps looking in between the token and at Johnny, and the token at Johnny, and all of us like they don't even realize what's going on, and like the dance floor almost drops beneath them,
Yeah.
and they're like floating.
And the music coming on changed from kind of this Twisted Sister mixtape thing that was going on to classical piano. But it's Rachmaninoff enough, it's fast, so they can at least dance somewhat to it.
Yeah, and Izzy just kind of shakes off and like realizes something's off, but totally okay with it. Like this is where they were meant to be, and kind of just pulls Johnny closer and just starts slow dancing. And as they kind of get closer together and the cameras kind of zoom in, it's a little the music, the grand piano kind of goes back, and it's the same song that was playing at the cruise, like in that other
Exactly.
scene. Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
Mhm.
I would be okay cutting the scene there.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that's perfect.
Hmm.
So we've established that was the romance, right?
Hell yeah.
Swoon. So I would assume that is how does the weird tie into one character's past, at least?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On this round? Cool.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Missing all the things.
Alrighty. It me?
Yeah.
It you.
It me. Okay. I really wanna make this go like climax kind of scene. So I'm gonna say that it is the breakfast buffet, and we've all grabbed our plates full of stuff, and we've kind of congregated. We've found each other in the dining hall.
These tortillas are terrible.
There's one thing you shouldn't eat on a cruise ship. It's probably tortillas. I don't know. We are, yeah, we just kind of gravitate and we find each other, and we're kind of pushing food around our plates and not really eating. And Sarah looks up and looks over at Cindy and at Lupe, and then she looks to Tika and she's like, we saw some really weird things last night. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Bud Light.
Right. Like, kind of like life altering stuff last night. We wanted to ask you about it.
Okay, so it isn't just me. We had a little run-in with our friend Johnny, and let's just say it was hella creepy. So,
Yeah. Like, super creepy, right?
yes, so I thought it was just me noticing all the weirdness, but obviously there's more, more than meets the eye. There's more than what we're seeing here. So, I do have to warn you that this could all be something that's put on for us. We could be literally in some kind of weird supernatural trap. Like the food right now, I guarantee you, this is not even food. This
You
is
got that right.
Just drops her fork.
Yeah.
Seriously,
I'd
we
be
could
like,
be.
oh, just like the Appletini was. I knew it.
I'm telling you, have any of you had anything that's tastes sour or bad? I'm telling you, this is like probably body parts that we're eating. I'm not kidding.
Oh.
The doors
I-
suddenly burst open, and Cher's "If I Could Turn Back Time" plays on the intercom. And Johnny drifts in and offers Izzy his hand once again.
Ooh, I like that.
So Izzy is the hungover, like not even like still trying to be like, yeah, party, but just like head down, trying to eat these tortillas, but they're really, really bad. And when that happens, Izzy looks up and for just like a brief moment sees Johnny smile at him, and then when he reaches out for his hand, Johnny drops the token onto the breakfast table that we were at. Things start vibrating again. All of a sudden, the lights go down. And then all of a sudden, we wake up and we are in that black box theater with just kind of a shadowy figure standing on stage.
Oh, yes.
And I have a modifier prompt card that says you can see everything that has happened up until now right in front of you. So I imagine like a film roll just starts going, and all of a sudden we're just sitting in the theater seats, and we just hear that the Mandy, if you could, the Tiny Tim, like yeah, and it's just playing. It's playing from when we started, when we got on, and what we see is just us in the third person, but none of us have eyeballs. It's just like black eyes, like soulless eyes.
So
And
I feel like this prompt is going to work here.
Okay.
Johnny is standing in front of the projection, so the light and the images are kind of, he's creating a shadow behind him on the screen, and he looks down and he looks back up, and his face is completely different. And
Rodrigo!
And Izzy, you recognize him now. You know who this is. The mask has been taken away from activities coordinator Johnny, and we see him as somebody different. He doesn't have that plastered on grin anymore. He has a soft face, and he looks at you. He says, "I always hoped you'd come." And he reaches out his hand, and the piano starts playing the Rachmaninoff from when you first danced.
And Izzy looks over at Tika. What is Tika doing in this situation? Like, does she have all?
Like,
of her
are we
stuff?
still-
Like an arm full of equipment, like
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of stealthily trying to put some salt around the room to make sure nothing gets out. I think I know all the things, right? So I'm trying to do this. And my mom keep him talking, keep him talking. You know what I mean? While I try and figure out a way to trap Johnny into some kind of container or vortex or something so he doesn't kill us
I'm
all.
not there, right? I'm still sleeping because this is during the breakfast meal, right?
No, you're there.
Oh,
everyone's
we've
there.
all
I
been
think we were all
transported.
yeah.
It's not hangover o'clock. It's not early. It's
Yeah.
10
Oh,
o'clock.
fair.
I nudge you and say, Mejito, that's the ghost. Get him.
All right. Well,
So-
no one has taught me how to use this urn, so I open the lid and I chunk it at it. I just
Oh,
throw
boy.
it at Johnny.
And I think it hits Johnny. And then it kind of gives that same squishy, weird sensation that Tika had felt when they poked Johnny,
Yeah.
and it just kind of falls off to the ground, rolls right back to your feet, and just sits there.
Are they? But the ashes fall out of it, or
Food falls out.
So, Johnny stops dancing with Izzy at that point, and the piano. It's like when in a Western, people walk into the bar and the piano is like, "Dong!" The piano stops, and Johnny just kind of stands and looks out into where the audience would be, and the movie that's playing starts to glitch and twitch, and the film jumps, and it just starts to morph into something, and it's static, and Johnny's face becomes activities coordinator Johnny again.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And I think
okay.
with the big smile on Johnny's face, I put out a prompt card that says, "You are required to pay, but not in money."
are you sacrificing? Is he sacrificing?
So Johnny says that and does not look at Izzy, but looks at the rest of the group, and and he just kept saying it over and over, and with each time he says it, it gets louder and more aggressive, and it just starts ringing in your ears. That you are required to pay, but not in money.
Tika's doing incantations, but silently trying to get whatever evil is in there out. But I don't think it's working. Not as skilled as I thought I was.
Maggie, who is not the same size?
I was gonna say that we're all listening and everything's repeating and everything is overwhelming and giant, and in my head, and all of a sudden Cindy is inches tall and petrified.
Whoa.
Oh, interesting.
Ruh-roh.
So
Ah,
Sarah at this point doesn't know what to do. She'd looked to Cindy for guidance. She really felt like she could be like Cindy. But everybody's freaking out now, and this is happening, and Johnny's changed, and she's just not really sure what's going on. And she walks up to the front of the stage, and she looks at Johnny, and she says, "You're lost, aren't you?" "Well, come with me." And she takes Johnny's hands, and Johnny's gone.
are you also gone?
I'm still there.
Okay. I think I'm going to be scooping up the ashes into the urn. Do I accidentally scoop up the 1-inch tall Cindy in there?
Yes.
Maybe. And
Follow
Tika's
me right
freaking
now.
out. Tika's freaking out. This is a mess. This is terrible. It didn't go as planned. Yeah, I'm freaking out a little bit.
and I come up to you and tap you on the back on your back and say, "Welcome to my world."
So at that point, Sarah turns around and looks out at you all. She looks over at Izzy and she says, "What are we going to get up to today then, friends?"
Oh no!
Oh.
And the scene ends.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I like where that's going.
I like it.
Yeah.
So in Act 3, we actually there's a little bit of changes in there. Usually we play until there's 2 face down, but we can absolutely do another face down one here.
For me, I could probably flip one of these now if we want to.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
I
that
think
was a really nice
Mhm.
like.
Yeah.
I
So
Close.
that would be this one. In seeing Cindy sort of shrink down, Sarah realized, like, she could be larger than life. She could be more.
Mhm.
And she decided to take that from Johnny.
I like
So-
it.
So is she taking in the weird?
Yes.
Yeah. She is now the weird.
Yeah. This is the second time this has happened to me playing this game. It was the first time we played, Ace's character became the weird.
Yeah.
I just, yeah. So Sarah, she realized that she could be somebody that wasn't her past anymore, and it wasn't somebody like Cindy, but it was something that was new, and she's gotten what she needed.
Ooh, interesting that she willingly took it. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we do the denouncement where we hold on. There's a difference between the final scene and the denouncement.
Denouement en français.
Denouement.
Denouement.
What does it mean en français? Well,
Well, denouement
en
is different
anglais.
than what this
It
is.
is. It is.
Okay, I know what a denouement is.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It is.
Sorry, go ahead. Explain to us what a denouement is.
Yeah.
Well, in a regular, in a scripted theater play, like a denouement is kind of like a heightened cap off of some sort of, like a payoff.
Right.
Like if we had been hinting at Nicole actually being the weird, and she ends up being the weird, like that's your denouement.
Right.
Right.
No,
I mean,
That's
we
I don't know
kind
why I
of-
read these as denouncement. That's hilarious in my head.
I mean, we're
we-
denouncing all the things.
we kind of got to a point where, if we talk about the future and the legacy, we can talk about where we thought the story would end,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
would be
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like, Cindy getting shrunk down by the former weird, and then the new weird already having that, like, wannabe relationship. So now you have power over her, right? Like,
yeah.
wielding giant amounts of power over something that you used to covet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, Cindy's cool. It's gonna
Yeah.
be a golem.
I think for Sam, at least I don't know Lupe here, since we've successfully captured Johnny, even though it wasn't us who did it at all. I think we should let go of these ashes. I think we should actually dump them out now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think that's a nice
Yeah.
scene.
Well, and the thing is that you think he's been captured,
Mhm.
and he's more being willingly
Transferred.
taken on into somebody else.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So he's still there to be captured, but it's going to take some time to figure that out.
So, what is the legacy of your character then, Nicole?
Um,
I'm chasing
Sarah
you.
doesn't want to go back to that life that she left. It was a painful divorce, and this was her leaving that life behind. She doesn't want to give this up, and so she'll do everything in her power to every day get up and be like, what are we doing today, folks? And just keep on keeping people there and keeping the boat out on the ocean.
Oh, interesting. So we
I
are
like it.
stuck here.
Yeah, she's not gonna let this go. She's not gonna go back to her life as new Sarah / Johnny.
But my question is, are we allowed off the boat or are we not allowed off the boat?
You just can't. You can't figure out how to leave it.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, then I think Sam's going all for sure ghost hunter.
Yeah.
You know, like that would be his legacy. Learning everything he can from Tika for sure.
Yeah.
I open a small tortilla stand on boats.
Just by the bar, you ring the bell.
I'm a woman that's worked very hard all her life, and she's not going to stop it now. All right, I'm gonna make whatever situation life throws at me, I'm going to figure it out and make it profitable. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm stuck on this boat, but you know what? Customers keep coming in. It's all going to work out for Lupe.
For those watching at home, I don't know Isaac's history with his grandparents, but this character is so close to my grandmother.
Oh,
She just
So
needed to
close.
like take off a flip flop, and she would have been
The
my
chancla.
first like boyfriend's mother that I knew for a million years.
My grandmother would absolutely be upset about the tortillas, and if she didn't start a stand, she would join the kitchen staff to teach her to cook tortillas.
Well, she would know everybody's names. She'd be taking care of all of them.
awesome.
Yeah. But the rest of the boat doesn't really understand what's happening, right? Like we kind of like, well, you guys have figured
Well,
out.
they all have their own spoopy things,
Right,
They
right,
do.
right?
right.
And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like, it's Ghost Ship.
What is the legacy of Izzy, though? Now
I
that
think-
Johnny's gone.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think
Gone.
gone, right?
Yes.
I think as kind of like the scenes are panning between like Super Small Cindy and the now ships Abuela making tortillas and maybe Sam following Tika around.
Yeah, dude,
Uh,
I'm in this montage of training.
You kind of see Izzy adjacent to Sarah's character, and it kind of leads the audience to think that regardless of where Johnny was, who Johnny presents as, Izzy loves Johnny, and
Oh,
Mhm.
Izzy's always around, but like, you know, they'll have a dance here and there, maybe just kind of in the background. So anytime you see Sarah as the new activities coordinator, you see Izzy, but Izzy isn't the party train person anymore.
Mhm.
Izzy is back to quiet, reserved Izzy that is pretty much there to be with Sarah / Johnny.
yeah. Whatever the new Johnny needs would be, right? You'd be there to fulfill them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Love it.
So this is now the love boat. Spooky.
what about Tika? Did we discuss Tika's legacy?
No, mine is I've come to the realization that we're never getting off of this boat, or not right now anyway. And I thought my connection was more to Izzy, but I realized that Sam could be my protege and we could team up to see. I know we're not getting off, but I still feel in my heart of hearts that there's something I can do to get us off of this boat. Whether
Yeah.
I'm good at it or not, we're gonna figure it out.
That's your goal now, is
That's
get
it.
us off this boat.
Exactly.
And then the credits roll and it ends, and then at the very, very end, you just see a flash of red and it says Booze Cruise 2, Sam and Tika's Revenge.
And then have like Tiny Tim playing in the background.
Like, how it's like slowed down.
Yes. I
Oh,
love it. That's
no!
There we go.
Oh, I love this booze cruise. This did not go anywhere where I thought it would
no,
go. but-
that's so good. That's so
Did we get Cindy's wrap up, or is she just like really just living in my pocket now?
She's living in your pocket now. You have control over her world.
good.
That's Booze Coos 3.
That's three.
Blue's Clues 3 is like Nightmare on Elm Street, like 7. Where like the petrified Cindy will show up in an art gallery in the middle of
Oh.
New York
Okay.
in the 90s. And
Oh, wow,
then she'll become like a haunted thingy and she'll take over a house.
That could work.
I love it. I love it.
Oh
I
my
watch
gosh.
too many horror movies. Can you tell?
Oh, I'm right there
Never
with you. I just watched Freddy
Never
vs.
enough.
Jason last night for like the millionth
Oh.
time. I know.
Well, right after this, I am gonna watch the new Mandalorian, but then after that, we might have to watch Ghost Ship now.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I really feel like I need to watch it.
I have
I've
pulled it up
never-
on my computer already.
I love it.
Oh, it's so good, bad, like just the worst.
It is. It's yeah.
It's real, like watch the trailer. Oh my god! And
But it's still so bad. It's good.
it's like Juliana Margulies of all the people in the world.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Here,
Okay.
I'll bring us up on the screen. There we go.
Sweet. So that's rolling credits on our weird story for this evening.
Thank you
Thank
guys for
you.
inviting me, and thank you
What
all
a-
for watching.
What a strange journey that was.
It was.
It was.
Very weird.
I hope it gave everybody watching a taste for what this game is. Like the first time I played it was at BGG last year, and Ace and I played with a group of people, and Gil modded for us, and it was just such a truly unique experience, something I'd never really had out of an RPG
Mhm.
before. And Ace and I have played with Gil since then on Gil's Twitch channel. Gil streams a bunch of stuff, either games that he's designed or games that he just wants to play with his friends. So check out his Twitch channel. But yeah, the system is just really neat, and the way that it drives you and the way that it is like making a movie together is so cool. So I just, a month ago was like, I really want to play this around spooky Halloween time, and we made it happen.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it makes me very happy.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining in. Thanks for watching at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Oh yes. Happy Halloween.
Stay home, stay safe.
Yeah. Be safe, everybody.
Sounds
Watch a
good.
horror movie and stay on your couch.
Exactly. Have a safe
Sit
Halloween
on-
and